Plant a tree in 73, plant some more in 74. See them thrive in 75. Planted with some loved one in mind, they grow and grow, living on long after in commemoration. And never more so than with oak. The very name has a ring of permanence, of endurance. Heart of oak, English oak, the spine of our fighting ships, the backbone of England.
But we're in Wales, where of course there is no oak more famous than the Great Oak at Carmarthen, and this is it. True, this is not the best time of the year to see the oak, stripped as it is of its lush natural foliage, but an oak it is nonetheless, the Carmarthen Oak. True also, it has about it a certain feeling of cemented sturdiness, a consecration in concrete and iron. Not that the oak doesn't need some buttressing from the buffets of life. It stands on, indeed causes, a considerable traffic hazard, and one is always fearful lest some passing lorry prunes another sliver. But it's not the great oak's size, or the cement, or the iron that's at issue. This is why the great oak is important to the people of Carmarthen, because on that plaque is stated quite clearly, when this oak tumbles down, then will fall Carmarthen town. Legend has it that it was a would-be girlfriend of Merlin's, with a rather contemporary sounding name of Vivienne, who, for love of the wizard, planted the acorn which became the Carmarthen Oak which we know and love, and which Merlin, the Welsh wizard, sought to protect. But if everyone's father knew Lloyd George, nobody's, it seems, knew Merlin, and that's the trouble. There's no proof. Historically, Merlin's association with the oak remains but a legend. Not that life has been easy for the oak. In the 1800s, the space beneath its great spreading branches became the Saturday night focal point for the local Hell's Angels, and a nearby shopkeeper, fed up with having his sleep disturbed by the resultant noise, decided to remove the focal point and poison the oak with arsenic. Well, clearly it survived that, as it today somehow survives the assault by lorries, cars and pollution which swirl round it.
But in 1975 there are other assaults upon it. Even here in Carmarthen, voices are raised to say that the traffic hazard caused by the oak must be resolved.
As far as I'm concerned, it is a load of rubbish at the moment, anyhow. And the sooner we take it away to Nantucket or any other tip, as far as I'm concerned, I just cannot believe that anyone in Carmarthen town is silly enough to believe that this thing should remain here, or indeed be the cost of moving it over and erecting it over there. It's really silly. I just can't believe that of Carmarthen people.
Do you think it would stand the move?
Well, it's not the stoutest oak, but I think, you see, in the very near future it will be very famous as the only concrete tree in Wales. I agree that where it's sited now, it's in a bad position. But to remove it to the corner there, I feel that then we would be satisfying all people, the traffic and will also the natives.
Right.
And I think this is a landmark in Carmarthen, a landmark throughout the whole of Wales, and we shouldn't remove this landmark. Too much removal of landmarks indeed does take place in this old town, especially. Town centre redevelopment has removed a lot of our landmarks, and I'm for retaining as much of it as we possibly can. This is a tourist attraction as well.
And so the councillors around the oak debate about the oak. In other councils, in other lands, there'd be no such debate, no such discussion about, in truth, so slight a thing. The oak would have been ripped out and destroyed years ago. Perhaps, after all, it has to do with Merlin's magic, that in this unbelieving material age, a poor remnant of oak, trapped in cement, can be, and perhaps should be, of importance. But in the end, you know, it's all a question of what you believe in.